Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, JT Open Stuff. Today, guys, I am going to be going over what I look for when I'm just out toy hunting. Now, if I'm going to a really awesome toy store, of course, I'm going to look for something that I really want to add to my collection. But a lot of times you're just out, you're looking around, you happen across some store that you think looks cool, might have some toys, might have some cool things to look at. What do you pick up? In this bag is the stuff that I picked up on my recent road trip to Kentucky. My son and I were up there doing some hiking in the Red River Gorge area, and we went to several little thrift shop type, they're called the Peddler's Market, Peddler's Mall. They're all over Kentucky, I guess. There's like 18 or 20 of them all over Kentucky. Some of this is from those. A couple of the toys are from a toy shop, but this is the kind of stuff that I go and look for when I'm just on road trips and just find a cool place to stop. So with that being said, let's get into this bag. We'll pull everything out. And while I am pulling this stuff out, guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already, go to wherever you have to click subscribe and subscribe to the channel. It's the best way for you to get all of my great toy opening videos. And why are they great? Because I'm opening toys with you. Now, my goal for 2025 is to reach 20,000 subscribers. So it would be awesome if you could help me reach that goal. It is really, really the best way, again, to see all these weird, wacky, fun, and just, I try to be as informative as possible videos. So thank you guys to everybody that has subscribed, and those of you that will, thank you as well. So as you can see, I didn't buy tons of stuff because the main purpose of my trip was hiking. So this I found in the Peddler's Mall. I just thought it was cool. Now, if you know anything about vintage, like 80s, 90s toys, starting the lineup were the hottest collectible for a while for people my age. We absolutely loved getting all of our favorites, Jordan, Pippen, Shaq, Kobe, whoever. But they also made other lines. They made football players. They made golf legends. They made hockey legends, hockey players. They were really, really cool. And I think back then people probably thought that they were going to be just crazy, crazy expensive, highly collectible going forward in the future. That didn't really ever pan out. They really saturated the market with these figures, but every once in a while I'll find one that I think is just really cool and I'll pick it up to add it to my collection. Like this Arnold Palmer that you can see I picked up for $5, cheaper than it was out when it was new. Now, it does have a little bit of cracking on the blister here, but just a really, really cool figure. I'm really surprised, given today's age with as much as like trading cards and things, that these trading cards for some of the legends like Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, whoever, that these cards haven't been graded and become really highly collectible, because I'm sure a lot of people just threw this away, kept the figure. But let's pop this open and take a real quick look. What do you say? All right, as you can see there, really nice little starting lineup card. Put that there. If you want to read it, you can pause and take a look at that. But a really, really nice card. And then, of course, the little figure. Now, these didn't have any articulation or anything. They were basically little mini statues, if you will. But this one is awesome. Arnold Palmer is an absolute legend. And let's see, just the tiniest little bit of arm articulation. You can kind of pick the position of the swing he's in, but what a great little figure. This is definitely going to go, probably I'll put this out in my garage, honestly, like where I keep my golf clubs at. I am not in any means a good golfer, but I enjoy it. It's a fun activity to be outside. And now Arnie is going to wish me luck every time I go. Now, speaking of starting lineups, I found this really awesome Warrick Dunn. As you can see, this one was $7, but this one was a little more meaningful to me. Growing up, my dad was a huge Florida State fan, got me into football. I was a Florida State fan, absolutely loved the Warrick Dunn, Charlie Ward era. Such a great teams back then. Bobby Bowden as the coach. So when I saw this, I absolutely knew I had to have it. So let's get into this. I'll pause that. Actually, you can check out the other players available right there if you want to. But let's get into this and take a look. Now, Warrick Dunn has become a pillar of society after his playing days at the number of people that he has helped home and find houses for themselves. It's absolutely, incredible, some of the things he's done. So if you want to know more about that, I would look that up. He has done some really awesome things. Of course, he played for the Bucks for a while, but I'm never going to think of him any other way than a Florida State Seminole. Now, you do get this little pennant right here. And I'm not sure. It almost feels like it could be a sticker. And you know what? No harm, no foul. Let's see. It does not appear to peel off, but I think I'm just separating cardboard at this point. So you do get a cool little pennant if you want to keep it that way. Kind of a felt back to it. That's really cool. I didn't really mess it up all that much, so I can put that up behind him if I want. But really, really cool here. Now, it does have some articulation. I said they didn't have articulation, but they do have minor articulation where you can like turn their head or maybe put their arm up like this, but very, very little. Let's put his helmet on him there. You can see the classic Spear helmet. Let's get that on him. Kind of a lineman helmet, but hey, it is what it is. Really, really awesome. Glad to add that to my collection. Now, these were sneakerhead Hot Wheels monster trucks. And even though I was mainly just looking for stuff for my collection, not really for opening videos and things like that, I saw these and I couldn't remember if I had ever opened these on the channel or not. So I picked them up. I'll just give them a real quick review for you guys so you can see them. See, now these do not come with crush trucks when you get 2 packs like this, I guess. But there you go, a little Hot Wheels flames on this sneaker. That is really cool. Love it. And then this one right here, kind of an airbrush look. Really, really fun. So I'm going to add these to my monster trucks bin. And as the weather continues to get better, we are going to be setting up a huge surprise for you guys. We're going to be having monster truck races that I don't think you're ever going to forget when you're looking for monster trucks going forward. All right, now let me sit this right over here. Let's get that trash out of the way. Let's move these guys over to the side right over here, and let's take a look at this guy. Now, this Masterverse Hordak was something that I've been looking for a while, but my local Walmarts and Targets are absolutely brutal. I'm going to be dropping one video per day for the next couple of days to show you guys a little toy hunt of what it's like to go into my local Walmarts and Targets. It's absolutely brutal sometimes. They have had clearance sales going for about the last month and a half locally here, and no new stuff coming out. So it's just been really, really tough to find anything cool at all to open for you guys or for my own collection. So I'm going to give you guys an inside, or just a look, I guess, not really an inside look, but a look at that just so you can see, and then ask you guys, is it that bad in your market as well? So let's do a brief review of this Hordak. This is really kind of for my collection. I am a big Motu collector, so let's go ahead and get that little bag out there. That is the only thing in there. And then the Hordak himself. All right, put that right back there. Really cool figure. I love this Hordak a lot. I really was hoping I could find it. So I found it to be a very lucky coincidence that it happened to be the only of the Masterverse figures available in the store that I found it in. So really, really fun. All right, let's pop these little rubber bands that are holding them in place, and let's pull them on out of here. We'll put that right over there for recycling. And look at that. So a nice fabric-y cape. Now, the rest of the pieces on here are kind of a softer plastic feel, but what a really cool figure this is. Love this cartoon. It is really fun. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch it. The staff, really, really cool as well. Let's see if we can go ahead and get it into his hand here. Oh, I don't really want to do that and stretch his hand out too terribly much there. All right, there we go. Turn it that way. And there you go. Just a nice brief look. There is articulation of the head. Now he does have this cowl that kind of prevents his head from going too many directions, but you still get the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, the feet, the knees, and the leg articulation. So if you really wanted to, you could pose him in a pose like this, but I think it looks kind of cool. He's kind of imperialistic, just standing and holding his staff high for everyone to know that he indeed is the leader of the Horde. Wow. So I turned it in some way where he almost has a lean going to him. Look at that. That is weird. All right. Let's get him straightened back up there. All right, let's see what is in here. You also get 2 fists. So that is the Hordak figure. The Emperor Hordak figure, I should say. This Revolution cartoon, again, is really cool. If you haven't checked it out, I highly, highly suggest it. All right, let's put Hordak over there and let's get to what I was most happy to find. Now, I got this at Toy Vomit. This was in Lexington, Kentucky, and I love these old Marvel Legends right here, and I've really wanted this Sasquatch for a long time. Now, it doesn't hurt that it also has a part of this Apocalypse figure, which I'm going to eventually have all the pieces to build Apocalypse. But this Sasquatch from Alpha Flight mainly is always been one of my favorite characters because when I was a kid, I had a Hulk figure or a Hulk comic book where he was kind of fighting the Sasquatch, and it was always one of my favorite covers. I almost said covers. It was one of my favorite covers. So really, really cool. Now, again, this one has some cracking on the front here. I did pay up a little bit for this. I paid $40 for it because I did really want to add it to my collection, but we're going to use this cracking on the front to our advantage. We're going to pop this guy open. See if we can get him open this way. Just a little bit more. And there we go. And these usually do, and this one does as well, comes with a comic. All right. Now this, I might have to, here we go. Take that out just like that. And let's put this shredded package, again, right over there for the recycling. Really, really cool. Look how giant that Apocalypse arm is in comparison to Sasquatch, which is already a larger figure on its own. Now, let's take a look at this. These are usually taped, yep. They do give you the instructions for the Build-A-Fig there, which is really cool. And those are the other figures of this Build-A-Fig. So as you can see, you have Maestro, the Sasquatch, X-23, Iron Fist, Bishop, and Wolverine. This Apocalypse, when it's built, is 14 inches tall. Now, I did on the channel, early on in the channel, I did build a Sentinel. I believe it was a Sentinel. Was it a Sentinel I built? I'm pretty sure it was. I did that series, so if you want to, go back, take a look at those videos. I'd love it if you just let me know what you think of it. All right, let's see, right here. It's taped again here. Okay. And there you go. Gives you like a good look at Alpha Flight number 10. So really, really cool. We're going to be definitely reading that later. But for right now, let's get the Sasquatch out. Let's turn around. They do have the kind of old school twist, which I'll be honest with you, I wish they still did in figures today. The little rubber pieces tend to fly all over the place. And I just think these little twist things were effective at holding things in. So just my little personal take. But either way, let's get to twisting. All right, there's 2. Now, what do you guys look for when you go on road trips? Now, do you just go to your basic big box stores and look around, or do you like finding local little thrift stores or flea markets? Now, we looked at flea markets, we looked at the thrift stores, we looked at toy stores. We try to take a little bit of at least one day of our trips to look around, and definitely the flea market, not so much of a hit. There's just so much, you know, straight from China, you know, selling it in booths. But we did find a lot of success in the other places that we went. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. If I can think, I'll leave a screenshot right here of that little line of stores. Like I said, I want to say it was called Value Village, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to leave it again. You just saw it plop up on the screen. Now, all these are out. Let's go ahead and remove them. And remove the Sasquatch. This figure is absolutely awesome. I'll remove this Apocalypse arm as well because I will be putting that back for the eventuality that I complete it. Just keep watching the channel. You never know. I might pop up a video at any moment where I get another piece of this Apocalypse Build-A-Fig. So that is really cool. What a giant arm. That is massive. All right, let's sit that right over there. Put that twist there. Get that twist off. All the twists out of the way. And now we can take a look at the Sasquatch. Kind of an interesting pose for the package, but I absolutely love it. The detail on it is amazing. The sculpt, really cool. As you can see, the hair moves along, so you get a nice articulated head here. Shoulders, kind of a double jointed shoulder there. Elbows, and again, sometimes these figures that have sat around for a while, they're a little bit loosey-goosey in some areas, maybe tight in others, but you get hands, wrists. These hands will clench up like that. And look at that, even the fingers move kind of individually. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see. His wrists don't twist there. Let's see if they twist. Nope, not a lot of wrist articulation. So I guess you kind of have to base your movement like this. All right, let's straighten his leg a little bit. He's been in that package for several years like that. Get you guys zoom back out a little bit there. And let's take a look at him here. Now, massive feet, Bigfoot feet, if you will. Articulation again in the feet. The ankles do move. You have knees, you have thighs. They can go out like this. You could do a split if you wanted to, back and forth. Does have like a little hair loincloth thing, if you will. He does have some articulation here, and this is what I'm talking about. See how it's kind of loose? But I'm going to pose him and kind of leave him in one position, so that's not going to be an issue for me. There he is from behind, the muscularity of the Sasquatch. Now he's looking up like he's trying to get at something, which is kind of cool. I wish that the wrist twisted just a little bit more, but let's see. The best we can do is kind of that. Well, let's see if we can get him into a kind of clawing fight position here. It is really interesting that the fingers are individually articulated. That is really cool. But let's see what we can do with them here. Look at that shoulder articulation. Really awesome. These Toy Biz figures are so cool. It does have some twisting in the hips there as well. Just really cool. All right. Look at that. That is an awesome figure. Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different. I just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse into some of the things that I like to look for. Some of these things that were, like the Sasquatch were really cool finds for me. Some of the things I just happened upon and I just thought it might be cool for you guys, like these little sneakerhead Hot Wheels monster trucks. Either way, guys, these are the kind of experiences that are really fun. You just get out, maybe no actual idea of what you're going to do or where you're going to go, and you just kind of have fun with toys, and that's what they are all about. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like it. Again, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate you watching today's video, and I will see you on the next one.